Hello everybody and welcome back to my F1 2021 My Team Career Mode. There are 2 races to go and we are at the penultimate race in Brazil. If you haven't seen the last episode yet, which was from Mexico, I urge you to go back and check that one out before checking this one out. This is your last chance to do so before spoilers. So we are now at the penultimate race here in Brazil. And the title could be wrapped up here. Whether it will be or not remains to be seen, but we're going to give it our best shot anyway, starting with trying to get through qualifying. Carlos Sainz then just sets the fastest time. It's a 1:06.5, which is very, very quick round here. Lando Norris now does a 1:06.3. Realistically, to get through them, we just want to be in the mid to low 1:06s. If we can do that, then we should be through fine. I really enjoy driving around this track. This is a track that I've been playing since I started playing F1 games. The very first F1 game I got was the very first one that came out on PlayStation, which was the 1995 edition. So this track is very familiar to me. I have been playing it for over 20 years and I feel old just saying that. But we're going to cross the line and we are quite comfortably through. The next part of qualifying, however, is a little bit damp. In fact, it's nearly 30 years ago now. Another few years, it will be 30 years ago since I played my first F1 game. God, I feel old. But anyway, we are now in the damp conditions, trying to get through the next part of qualifying, and I'm trying not to go off at the same time. These conditions are very tough and they are challenging, but I am giving it my everything nonetheless, and I think that should be enough to get through. In fact, we're only 4th there, but we're just behind Bottas and Perez, and in fact that was enough, but it was only just. And in Q3 I got caught out because I was going out with 2 minutes to go, but then I didn't have enough time to set my lap, so I ran out of time and got caught out. So it's P10 on the grid.
Sao Paulo once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Brazilian Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his 3rd championship here in 2012, and in 2016 Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. We're racing today then at Interlagos, a historic 2.7-mile circuit and one of the few anti-clockwise tracks on the calendar. 15 corners in total, 9 to the left and 6 to the right, with a technical middle section opening up to a flat-out Sector 3. And that gives us our best passing opportunity down into Turn 1. Anthony Davidson, a lot of talented drivers out on the track today, but what will stand out for you?
Well, Crofty, my focus is 100% on the front of the grid. Like you said, we're seeing lots of strong competition across those positions, so it would be super interesting to see the fight for that front spot. Personally speaking, I'm hoping for plenty of overtakes.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Jenson Button yesterday puts him on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Gasly, Hamilton, Sergio Perez and Bottas, Norris, Joker, Vettel and Antonio Giovinazzi, Stroll, Ocon, Carlos Sainz and Russell, Latifi, Mick Schumacher, Daniel Ricciardo, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Charles Leclerc, Mazepin, Joe, Markelov, they've taken a grid penalty, and Yuki Tsunoda. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Right then, 36 laps. What will unfold in this race? It is lights out and away we go. Got a good start there actually for a change. We're going to hold the very inside line. I'm just going to try and hold on to the position if I can, but Vettel's gone round the outside there and he's really sent that one, and I've lost the place to Sebastian Vettel. We've got Giovinazzi behind, Leclerc in 11th, Norris in 7th, so we've only lost 1 position though, so that's not too shabby. And we can get that one back relatively easy. Vettel now tucking himself behind Norris, maybe to have a go at him. I'm not sure, but we're going to try and get past Vettel before he can do that. That is exactly what we've done. We've had a look at Norris, not happening there. Vettel still alongside as I get squirmy out of the corner. I am not letting this one go side by side round the outside of the left-hander, and we have got Sebastian Vettel there, and just look at this. You can ride on board with Vettel, and the traction we had there, I'm grateful that we had such good traction available to us there. Right, up next is Lando Norris in P7, and we're not going to waste any time getting past the McLaren. Jenson Button leading the way here. We're going to go down the inside of the Senna S on Lando Norris and tuck him right behind Bottas and try not to hit him in the process. But we now made a dive bomb on Bottas, speaking of. We're now up into P5. That is our championship, P6, sorry. That is our championship nemesis ahead of us, Sergio Perez in P5 in the white Red Bull. And for the during the entire time Season 3 was recorded, we had that white livery Red Bull, so it was actually quite apt to have that all through a season. And as we dive down the inside of our championship nemesis, now that's a crucial pass into P5, and that is the last thing he'll want to see. He does not want to see me diving down the inside and completing the move that easily. I think Perez, well, he didn't go for that one. You're fighting for a championship, Checo. What's going on? As we go very deep round there. Not the corner at all, but like I said, we had the white livery Red Bull all season, so it was quite nice to have that all through the season when we recorded it. And it was a nice touch. Right, Hamilton on Verstappen just in front of us now. Oh, this takes me back to the real IRL season of 2021. We nearly hit Hamilton, and we have to scamper across the Senna S. And Checo Perez just says, thank you very much. I am taking that place straight back. And we just get a replay there. Look at that. I nearly clatter into them just by missing my braking spot. And I had to take avoiding action there across the grass.
That means lifting off the throttle and letting the car coast to the braking line.
And Jeff's just moaning at me about fuel, but it's fine because I underfuel the car. As it is pretty much fully upgraded, we can underfuel it and it won't use all the fuel. So we can go aggressive with fuel now. Right, back on Perez for P5. We need to redo this overtake. Perez goes to cover, he goes defensive. I'm going to go on the right, I'm going to sweep around the outside as Hamilton and Verstappen are getting very into it again. We go a little bit deep there though, and Perez just taking that place back. This is a great battle with Perez as I nearly go into him there, braking very late. I'm literally on the limit of where I can brake there. Verstappen and Hamilton are still very much getting into it. And I'm now going to try and go around the outside of Perez here. And it's going to turn into a move down the inside. Can we pull that off? Yes, we can. No, we can't. We've gone deep. We have gone deep and we've blown that one. Perez just taking the place back. This is a great battle, though. This is a very entertaining battle. But I've now got DRS. I've got overtake. Let's do this. Let's resend it up the inside of the Senna S if we can. Getting closer to Perez, closer to him, and we're just going to do a late minute send, which we do. And do we complete the move? Yes, we do. Meanwhile, Hamilton and Verstappen are still at it. Hamilton has a look down the inside. Verstappen goes to cover. I'm trying to look for a way round the two of them. Not available to me there, but they're backing me up. While these two are battling, Perez is staying right with me. But the reason Verstappen is ahead and holding Hamilton up is because he is on the medium tyres. Hamilton is on the softs, so Hamilton on the faster tyre, but he's not able to do anything to translate it into an overtake. However, we're going to go down the inside of Hamilton here and ruin his fun, but Hamilton staying alongside us. Hamilton fighting this hard, and that was not an easy move. In fact, he's still alongside me here. Going down the straight, Hamilton is not giving this up easy. Perez now down, trying to go down the inside. I'm trying to make room for him. And me and Hamilton have collided and he spun me round. Oh dear, that was bad. I'm now rejoining and, well, oh! Wait. So, Norris hits the left of me, but it's my right tyre that punctures. How's that logic? But Lando Norris, as I rejoined there, he just made no effort to avoid me. He clips my tyre. He clips my car. And my tyre punctures. And now I'm going ever so slowly in the pit lane. because of said puncture, and this is holding up everybody behind me. So, oh, this is doing them no favours at all. But what happened there? Perez was going down my inside, so I was trying to make room for him. I wasn't aware Hamilton was still there, and the touch happened, and round it went. And the rejoin, well, I feel like Norris should have done more to avoid me there. But anyway, we are back underway after the safety car, after I've changed my tyres, and we are right at the back of the field. But all the other drivers are now on soft tyres, so we might be able to make some ground here. Meanwhile, we're battling some of the midfield, and some of the front drivers are now all caught up with each other due to the early pit stop. So we're now going to have to try and take advantage of this. Down the inside of Ricciardo, can we get Giovinazzi too? Yes, we can. Right, Leclerc is next in 14th place. He's tucked up behind Hamilton in 13th, whom I think had damage after the collision. I want to know where Perez is in all this. Right, Hamilton's tucked up behind Mazepin. I'm trying to go around the outside of Charles Leclerc there in a move reminiscent of Lando Norris. Leclerc instead just tries to go full send on Lewis Hamilton. So Leclerc, instead of us gaining a position, Leclerc gained 2 positions there. So that was some pretty good drive. But he's now boxed in behind Mazepin. Hamilton's there. Oh my goodness me. This does not look like it's going to end well. Back out. Back out. I did back out of that one. And now Mazepin's been passed by both Hamilton and Leclerc. I'm trying to find a way through. Look at it. It's a traffic jam. And now Ricciardo's coming back past me. Oh dear. This is just chaos. Where do I go? I'm going to try and just go down the right and see what happens. I've missed my braking spot. Giovinazzi gets back through. Then it's not Ocon. Sorry. Mazepin gets back through. I'm now going to go down the inside of Mazepin. There's a yellow flag because the driver's had a moment there. And you know what? So have we! We've hit the curb and round it goes across the circuit. And we fall back down again. So what happens here is Guan Yu Zhou's had a spin there. And then I just clip the curb and round it goes. You can see a replay there. Look, there I am, scamping across the grass. And I just rejoined the other side. Well, that was just... that was just an adventure, wasn't it? But now I'm right back at the back of the field again after clipping the curb and spinning it. Oh my goodness me, what is this race? Right, down in 20th, but we now need to get past Artem Markelov, who is now up to 18th. We're now going to go down the left. He's not giving me very much room at all, but we're going to go round the outside there. Not typically an overtaking place, but we've made it one as we send our way past Artem Markelov. Right, next up is Mazepin, and try not to hit him, Joe. For God's sake, you've had enough damage in this race. Right, we've now got past Mazepin, and we force him wide in doing so. And now next up is going to be Ricciardo. Teammate is in the pits. Gasly sets the fastest lap. Look at, come on, Gasly. You are having a spectacular season 3 here, sir. I commend... You know what? You are my driver of the season this season because you are always there. So, but anyway, a lot of drivers are now pitting, and we have moved up into what I think is 11th place. We got Ricciardo and Ocon battling away here, and these two, well, Ricciardo's much quicker than him. But I'm now trying to find a way through. Can we get a way through using the DRS and overtake? The answer, no. We're just too far back here. But Ocon is backing Ricciardo up nicely for us. And I feel like this is just going to have to be a sod it and send. And we complete the sod it and send. That's my new name for overtakes like that. It's the sod it and send. When you just absolutely have to say, you know what, sod it, I'm going for it. Anyway, Ocon now P9, we're in P10, more cars in the pits. Well, Ocon goes defensive there, but we're just able to stay on the right. And Ocon braking very late to keep the place there. Bloody hell, Esteban. Wasn't expecting that at all. That was extraordinary. But, unfortunately, your moment is now over because I'm going to get you on the straight. And the power of this engine is just something else this season. I've really enjoyed it. Especially once we got all the upgrades on it. Because if you remember the beginning of the season, we lost out on quite a lot of the engine upgrades. So we had to just rapidly bolt them on as fast as we could. And well, as a result, I am loving this power. Right, down the inside of Italian Jesus. That's easy. Vettel and Hamilton are now battling. Let's go back to 2018 for a moment, when they were the championship rivals. Also to 2017, albeit Vettel was in a Ferrari then and not an Aston Martin. Hamilton going to the right on Vettel. Vettel, oh, he's trying to cover it, isn't he? Hamilton not quite able to get through there. The last time I went to overtake two cars and one of them was Lewis, it did not end well. But look at this, they're both... Oh, right, Vettel's on the left. Can I go down the inside of them both? No, because I'm just going to miss my braking spot. I need to learn my braking spots into that corner. I also could do with learning spatial awareness, to be honest, because that incident earlier on was ridiculous. Right, down the inside of Vettel in what was another Sonnet and Send, although that Sonnet and Send didn't work as well. And in fact, now we've tagged the back of Vettel. Is that going to be damage to my car, I wonder? I don't think it is for now. Are we going to be able to send one up the inside of Yung Chao? Yes, we are. And that is a good move. Up to P4. Chasing down Hamilton in P3. Gasly then pits for a new set of medium tyres. Are we going to get out in front of him? Short answer, no. We don't. So Perez leads on the softs, but he's still got to pit again. Gasly is second. But I think Gasly was leading the way before he pitted. So Verstappen sets the fastest lap. He is now gaining on me hand over foot. But he's got Jenson Button to get past first. So he's not going to get through that easily with any luck. Hopefully Jenson can back him up. Well, that's a statement that aged well, because Verstappen, as you see, has just gone through. So we're now chasing down what I believe is Sergio Perez, who is fresh out of the pits, but he is on soft tyres. We're going to now make a pit stop for soft tyres, because I did some quick maths. Getting the tyres to the end, well, they would just feel dead, and I feel like we would have been easy prey for Button and Verstappen anyway. So we're going to pit in now and just have an aggressive end to this race and just absolutely go for it. We're in P10 and we're now catching back up to Lewis Hamilton in P9. So it's a bit of a rubbish day for the Mercedes #1 driver here. He's just not really had a good day at all. First colliding with me, and then just not really recovering from it. So not Lewis's day as we go down the inside and deprive him further. Right now we've got Leclerc and Stroll. We should be able to take both of these together, because Stroll has gone left to cover Leclerc, who also went left to cover me, and that is probably the easiest double overtake I'll ever get. Right, next up is Bottas. Bottas now in P6. Can we overtake him? Yes, we can. We've got great speed. We've got great traction. These tyres right now are just doing it for us. We are on the right set of tyres, and we are just moving forward rapidly. Right, next up is Carlos Sainz, a smooth operator. But we're going to smoothly find our way past him as we get a nice bit of slipstream. Got overtake. We've got DRS. Easy enough move there. We made Carlos look like he was standing still, to be honest. Next up then is our teammate Jenson Button, and Pierre Gasly is out of the race. That is a critical blow for Gasly, but even more critical for us, because as a result of that, into the lead goes Sergio Perez. Our championship rival has capitalised from Gasly dropping out of the race, because Gasly was leading the way, looking set to win this Grand Prix, and now Perez is leading a Red Bull 1-2. Can Verstappen irritate the team game and go after Perez? Right, next move is on Jenson Button, who moves over and doesn't make that one very difficult. Cheers, Jenson, I owe you one for that. I'll take you out for a beer or something if I ever get to meet you. You know what? People viewing, help me meet Jenson Button so I can buy him a beer for that. So if you're viewing this, send this to Jenson Button, because I want to buy him a beer. And speaking of beer, I think a driver needing it at this moment is Valtteri Bottas, because his car has failed. He is out of the race now, and we are very near the end of it. It is a win for Sergio Perez. It's a Red Bull 1-2 out front, but for us, it's going to be P3. And given the adventures we've had in this race, I think that's the best we could ask for.
About this one at the start of the weekend, but you pulled through. Thank you.
That's a spectacular victory then, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
Where do I begin to describe the adventures we had in this race? Because that was just crazy. I thought Perez was going down my inside, so I move over to the right to give him space, and Hamilton, I didn't notice, was still there. And as a result, me and Hamilton both went off, and then as I rejoined, Lando Norris collected me. I feel like Lando should have done more to avoid that, because he clearly saw I was rejoining. But, yeah, the other two managed to avoid me just fine, so that was a random one. But anyway, it's P3 in this race, and Jenson Button gets P4. It's a Red Bull 1-2, however, which pretty much sets in stone them winning the Constructors' Championship. We maintain a 21-point lead then, but it is going down to the wire. It is going down to the final race. So Sergio Perez crucially getting that win after Gasly had his engine failure, without which I feel like we could have still been champions. But it is what it is, and it's now going down to the wire. The final race in Australia. Do not miss it. It should be relatively straightforward for us to win it, but who knows. Red Bull, however, are now the Constructors' Championship. Constructors' Champions, sorry. Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Till the next time, TTFN, guys. Ta-ta for now.